Alright, welcome to episode 4, man, of the Purposeful Talk podcast. And today, we have my man, Jonathan Fox, in the building, man.
What's up, y'all?
This man is a legend, and I really mean that he's doing his voiceover thing, man. And he's one of the few creatives that I went to high school with that was tapping into something that everybody wasn't doing. So I definitely had to reach out to him to get him out here. So definitely, first and foremost, man, tell me about yourself, know what you do and stuff like that.
So, your Ferocious Fox, Foxarocious, the stage name. John Fox is something I came up with. It's not, my last name is not Fox. I just wanted to let y'all know. Because it's a common thing. They were like, that's your name? Man, now it is. But now I'm focused on multimedia stuff other than VoiceOver. Okay. I love doing that. The VoiceOver stuff, we can talk about that in a second.
I definitely did.
Multimedia maestro, that's what I call myself.
Frenetic
eclectic. Okay. Because I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the ADHD, to be honest with you.
For real?
Yeah, because I could never focus on one thing. I started drawing when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I found this music program that my big brother left behind at my house.
Oh man.
And I was like, let me see what's going on. And it was just putting loops together. It was like EDM loops. Like house music loops.
Oh, okay.
So I would just make little stuff that
you
was
make
happening.
you a producer.
Yeah. I was like pretty much arranging.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how do I make these custom? That's how I used to say it, because the drum packs were the drum loop would just be the drum loop.
Oh dang.
So you can't change out the kicks and the snares and all that. So I had to learn that with FL Studio.
Yeah, Fruity Loops. Oh man, that's so bad. Y'all don't know about that. Fruity Loops thing. I was on Fruity Loops myself, just playing with it.
You know they got lifetime updates. So,
for real?
Yeah, I actually, I'm gonna admit this on camera. I had Fruity Loops for free for about since I think I started in 2007, 8.
Yeah, nigga, Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
Soldier Boy era.
LimeWire loops. Up until probably 2020, 2019 or 2020. And I was like, I've made too much music. Like, I have to buy this. Like,
oh my
so that's
God.
how I got into producing.
Lifetime free.
Yeah, lifetime free upgrades.
Dang, that was
but that whole time I was learning little itty bits of music theory, and I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But
dang. You just got kind of just stumbled upon it literally.
Yeah,
like,
it's very intuitive.
Yeah, how old were you when you found about with your brother's music thing? How were you?
That was E-Machines days. That was Windows XP desktop days.
Definitely was
that was.
You was like probably
14,
pre-teens,
something like that.
Okay. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the biggest things I talk about, like, when it comes to purpose. Like, it just happens in a time where you don't expect it to happen,
exactly.
or it happens in the time where you're going through a lot.
Exactly.
It's like the verses of it. It's like, it's weird sometimes it happen that way, but definitely like you telling this story about how like you just like was doing something and didn't know what you're doing, and you just started like, okay, well, let me see this or whatever, and you like tap into the other things, and then obviously you started doing film. I know those things. I do film. Yeah. Miss Mac.
Shout
out to Miss Mac.
Man, I'm telling you, she put a whole other like filter on it for me.
Yeah.
Because I was just doing skits. You know, I would do skits with the friends and all that stuff. I had a digital blue camera. It was a piece of crap. Yeah. But I am grateful for it.
Yeah.
Because it made me have to work around a lot. It had a high quality and a low quality setting. The high quality you can film for 1 minute.
Oh man.
The low quality you can film for 4 minutes, but it was like 160p. If y'all watching on YouTube,
oh my God,
take this video down to 160p and look at it. That's what the camera was recording.
Pixelated.
Dude, it was crazy. So I had to get real creative.
Yeah.
And then go to high school with Miss Mac. Man, the thing that she got me with is volume.
Yeah.
Because we would be doing which one did I do? Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
I was the Duke of Buckingham in the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
And I got on stage and I was just like, sir. And to me, I'm putting it in. I'm emoting all that.
Yeah.
And I just hear from the back in the darkness, because when you're on stage, all you can see is like the front row, and then it's just dark.
Yeah, in there, yeah.
Ms. Mac is in the back and she says, volume.
Yep.
And I'm like, who's saying? I'm looking around like,
hey, I'm looking at the sky when I say this.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna look at the sky when I say this, alright? Like,
is this the call? This is the call they were talking about? The call to the truth?
Hey, the cue.
So yeah, man.
The cue for sure. That was the cue, man. Yeah.
She let me know about blocking and scheduling. Because I was tardy today. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, no, you good. But and for her, man, like really paying homage to her, like Southwind, shout out to that. But as far as Miss May, man, she really taught a lot of principles seriously that literally helped a lot of people throughout their life. Like she taught us discipline and stuff like that. Like she always taught you like you gotta come to work. And if you're not at work, you gotta have a good reason why you're not at work. Yeah. And this is what everything was about. And this is why like when we got older, people really didn't understand it until we got older. Because we were kids, like, dang, like she really hard on us. Like, why she hard on us? Because we missed one day of blocking or whatever it is. But she was more so training us the discipline of like you come into work and you work hard and you do your craft hard. That's why like when we do them, them sayings, like we were repetitively doing them until they were perfected. And she always said like you do it perfect the first time, you don't have to do it again. And that was the truth. Once we got it perfected, we didn't have to do it again. Because it was all points. So
because the notes she would give once you adhere to them all the way. Because we would get it halfway and then at the end we mess them. Like, do it again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. Now those are the things that like this Miss Beck, like her children. What I mean by it is like the children of Southwind, like you know who they are. Like you can just see their lifestyle and how they are now because they was, especially if you was definitely enthralled in the plays and into any of the projects, you definitely see the not reparations, what's it called? Not about to say reparations. You definitely see the compound interest on it. You definitely see the results of it, because when you don't see that and you trying to like, go through life and stuff like that and don't have somebody like that, your life is completely different too.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh my gosh, can't believe this is happening, so she definitely did that. But back to what we were talking about, when it came to you transitioning out of high school from her tutelage and from you learning everything in high school and transitioning to adulthood, how did your voiceover acting and all of that, how did that look for your life? Because now you're going to college and now you're doing this, like how did it like look like for you then?
It was more like I was trying to it started with Don LaFontaine in 2007, 8ish. And Don LaFontaine, a lot of people don't know his name, but he's the guy, or he was the guy in the world. And I always wanted to get that voice. I always wanted to I gotta practice that. Yeah. In 2007, 8 is when I started practicing that voice. When I was senior year in high school. So I started practicing that voice because I was like, how do you even get that deep? Because I used to try it like when I was young, I'd be like, in the world. Like, my voice
get that voice in your back, boy.
yeah, like, bro, where's the bass at?
Yeah, exactly.
So I practiced that. I practiced that over and over again, daily. And then the second thing was Mark Hamill's Joker. Back then, all this is pre-college.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just the foundation.
Yes.
Basically.
I just was like, I was always making sounds or whatever. Making noise and making weird voices in my spare time.
That's true.
So, yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember we was doing the Christmas and all of that stuff, doing the plays. Like, you definitely would do like random, I think you was the first person I heard like do like the Heath Ledger Joker. Started like doing it. I remember Helen and stuff like that. Like, I remember seeing it. Like, y'all definitely was like, definitely in y'all creative space. I think that's the thing about it. Like, when we were younger, we don't understand what creative people really look like. We always think they're weird or something like that, but no, like, they're very creative. They're not in the same, basically grid as us. You know what I'm saying? And when you tap out of it, you see exactly what they're going through. Yeah. Like, people literally, when you outside of the grid, you're like, oh man, like, okay, I see exactly what they were doing. This is the way they were doing it. They do it the way we do it. We do it by doing this, but the people that are creative, they do it this way. They draw or whatever it is.
It's funny because they'll mix, because then, like, as a creative, we'll end up in the matrix.
Yeah.
Usually you get kind of stuck there, looking like, what's wrong?
Yep, exactly.
And then we have to be like, my natural state is what I was doing when I was a kid. Or as close to that. So you go kind of think about that and you're like, I don't have to go off of what did so-and-so tell me I need to do to get here. You don't always have to go off that. Now, it's just a good practice. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. But you don't always have to go off of that. Yeah. Like, what was it, the voiceover?
Yeah.
So, after that, it was, Don LaFontaine died in 2008, right as I was starting to learn his voice. And I took that as a sign from the universe, God, whatever y'all want to call it.
Yeah.
Go. Because I always thought, well, there's not going to be any space for me because there's plenty of people doing voices. People die. For some reason, I didn't think about that at that age. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah, that's one of the things we don't understand. Somebody always has to carry that torch.
Yeah, it's past. So after that, I started doing Sims 2, The Sims, machinima voiceovers for people on YouTube.
Oh, dang.
So I started doing that. I was actually doing it in 2007, but I was kind of like, man, I was just kind of playing with it. When I really started taking it seriously, I started to get in a recurring role of Shadows in the Dark. I was Harry in Shadows in the Dark. And, it was awful. But the show, not referring to the show, it was we were all teenagers.
Yeah.
So, and this was some kid in Canada. I don't know where he's at. His name's Cosmos. His real name was Cosmos. So I was like, I don't know where you from, bro. But I'll sing you my voice. Yeah. So after that, I was like, how do you make this? So I made a voice dub of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. The beach episode where Zuko and Azula, they're on kind of good terms, but they're showing how sad and crazy Azula actually is. Yeah. And I couldn't find that clip anywhere on YouTube in 2007. Yeah. I could not find it anywhere. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll just cast people.
Oh, man.
I did not act in that at all. I cast people. I put a disclaimer at the top. Didn't help. I cast people. And they're they still go back to the video. It's unlisted now because I was it was on the wrong channel. Yeah. I move it. Yeah. But I was like, wow, I did that at 16. That's crazy to me. Mid-college, I was on and off because I think college really splintered my focus. I think now at this age, I should be getting a degree. Back then, I should have just been working. That's 10 years worth of hindsight. But back then, I should have just been working. But it splintered my focus because I was my dad, I come from a pretty educational family, educated family. Because my dad, he's a CPA. Okay. Retired now. Okay. Happily retired. Yeah. Still getting paid because he still does stuff for private companies sometimes. And my mom became a laboratory technician. She used to work at Nolan's. Okay. And Nolan's is an audiovisual place here. Dang. And that's how I got into the cameras. Because they filmed my birth. I've watched myself be born.
What?
In my first years, yeah. I gotta make a video about this.
You're I was there.
Yeah, and when I look back at it, I'm like, maybe that's why I was I gotta have a camera. Because I don't know where that came from. I was like, I want a camera. When there was a chance to get a camera, I was like,
I heard it all today with that one.
Bro, it's crazy.
I've never seen myself recorded.
I see it. It's from the side, so it's not a hole up in there. But it's still I'm that's me. I think that, and I watched that birth tape a lot.
Your autobiography would be lit.
Somebody else said that.
Dave Chappelle did it. He was like, here's my vision. That's funny.
Somebody else told me that. I was like, I gotta get on that.
That's lit to actually have that footage. Still have that is a wonderful thing.
They put it from VHS to DVD.
Dang.
So I'm on it. I'm I'm gonna do something one day and include a few of the clips because I can see my preschool graduation and I can see when I was a really, really, really small baby. Maybe I was just curious, but every time they said I would be acting like a baby, and then when they turned the camera on, I just be looking at the camera
you stop acting
in wonder or something.
Put the camera back. Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all want me back here? Come on, man. Go gaga.
Right. I'm trying to play my role.
Dance.
And then they turn the camera on. You just
now it's you're free.
It's like the frog, the cartoon frog.
Yeah. Sorry, you're free. You ain't getting that from me today, man. That's definitely true. Definitely. I gotta talk about it. So the voiceovers from the comedic sense, when did this start? I think, and you're the only person. You're the person I know that started to do it. I knew personally. I've seen people do it or whatever. The Short Bush Shawty and stuff like that, right? But you made yours in that era too. You made one, right? Yeah. In the same time frame. I think recently I think like the other day he did like a Spider-Man one.
Oh yeah,
like,
Spider-Man Unlimited. That was so random.
That is hilarious. That whole voiceover is hilarious.
I appreciate
it's the timing of it. Like the way that you do it, I don't know how, but it's like the time because it looks like they saying that stuff. Like it looks like they saying that like, hey, get your over here. Please don't do that.
My boy M Trilogy.
Oh, look at my mom. Like I was like, what are y'all? Like
it's a great story, man. My boy M Trilogy. He was the other voice, the other like main voice.
Oh yeah, and he wanted to do the small baby voice of this you.
We both traded off.
Okay,
so I did.
Who does like the baby voice for Miles and Rallies? Who do
that? Later on, yeah, he's the one that said he was Miles.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was true. I was thinking, my mom. I was like,
Mama,
yeah.
So
I'm gonna go back because he running away in the scene.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
I think the first scene was me, and then the rest of it, besides when he was looking on some kind of communicator, that was me. But anytime after that was him. Like, and I was like, I'm Spider-Man because that's my guy. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I'm gonna be Spider-Man. If there's a scene with Spider-Man and somebody else, I'm Spider-Man. That's all I need to know.
Exactly.
So that was so spur of the moment. Like people, you wouldn't believe it watching it. And if I showed you the original clip that we recorded, the timing is okay, but the editing is what brought that together.
Real?
Yeah, because since you can't see me talking, I can just kind of slide my
voiceover
over there. So it's like the part where there's a part where there are rats on the ground, and they said he giving out free cheese. That was in Trilogy, like just out of nowhere. And dude, that laugh in there was real. When he said they giving out free cheese, I could not. I was like, bro, that was too perfect, bro. It was so perfect.
And the way the camera cut, like that was the thing, like the time, like I don't think people understand like the joy, like when you do the punchline, like this the punchline, like it's like you gotta hit it right there because if it don't, it's gone. Like, yeah. Exactly. It's the most beautiful thing, like.
So that I think the first kind of like comedic voiceover we did, it was this I don't think I ever posted. It was me and my cousin, and we did a Death Note thing. Okay. And he's very, it's kind of how he talked. Okay. And he was Ryuk. He was like the big they call it Death God.
Yeah.
So we just was randomly talking about that or randomly doing that, and there was one punchline, and it stuck out to me, and it was at the very end. And I'm not going to say it because it doesn't make sense out of context. Yeah. But that was like, I think I need to do more of these, and then I proceeded to not do any more until like I was grown. Yeah. So I do on and off stuff. I want to do some more in a rapid succession.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like that, I definitely recommend it because it is hilarious. It's funny. I loved it. I think when I saw it, it was crazy. I woke up. It was like around I was about to go to the gym, and I opened up Facebook and I saw it because when I played it, I thought it was just a regular Spider-Man scene. And people picking random scenes to play. So I'm thinking like some Avengers gonna happen. And then I hear our voice, and I was like, oh, I did a voiceover. Like, oh dang, like this is lit. And then I was laughing at it. Like it was really funny to me. So like I was like, man, this is like uncharted territory. Like this is something you can like truly tap into and like do your full potential with. So like transitioning, like when it comes to voice acting and film and stuff like that, the people that's watching this, like the 15-year-old right now or 13-year-old right now, like what advice would you give them if they are interested in doing something like that, or if they do have a craft like this, how would you recommend them to perfect it?
Build your portfolio as early as possible. Because I was
start YouTube today.
Yes, today, like now, like make a video because chances are nobody's gonna. Everybody thinks they're gonna start the first 3 videos. Man, I'm popping off. Yeah, 25,000 views. Like,
Kevin Hart's on my video today. Like
it's going in right now. No knowledge of,
I'm hot.
Of thumbnails or click through rate or audience retention or anything like that. It's just kind of like, man, I'm in here. I am in here, baby.
I think people get scared. It's funny because it's the first reaction you get, but it is the biggest thing. People think that I post this it's either gonna blow up or people gonna clown me. Like, it's like fight or flight. It's
Look
weird.
at you with your 4 views. This is like,
it's like, it is funny because Tyler Creator actually came out and said something about that. He was like, I found somebody that was producing or something like that. And he only had 4 views on this video. So, but it was perfect. He said the video was like awesome, but he only had 4 views. And I was like, you never know who's watching true.
Exactly.
But you also got to put yourself out there. I think we're in a time now where people are cautious of putting themselves out there because they think about their future selves. Like if you 13, 14 years old right now and you think you seeing what's happening in society from people doing something younger or whatever, like you kind of super cautious of that because you don't want nothing being misconstrued or somebody saying something about your Spider-Man. You know, so if you a person that feels that has fear in some way, you won't feel confident about that. Yeah. You know, but same time, your craft is your craft. Either way, if you don't do it now at 13, 14, you end up doing it at 20 anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like when I was doing YouTube because I was on YouTube first year, to like 2007, and I was just like, ooh, this is cool. That's how much I love filming video. I didn't even know what that was going to be, but I was like, I can upload my videos here. That's all I cared about. I was like, oh, I can watch other people too? That's crazy. And I didn't know that I was building skills. I'm still using these skills. Even to this day, like I'm speaking on camera, speaking to you, conversational. Like if you're bad at conversation, especially teenagers now, phones, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
You know? It's hard like this, like doing a podcast. Like I'm pretty sure there are children that have started their little podcasts with their school, stuff like that. But like they probably like the rare percentages. I really believe, honestly, man, like in the next 10, 15 years, bro, we're gonna be teaching these classes on how to like have interaction like this. Yeah, like teaching people because people you already got the little doses that you seeing it. How to get a woman in person, how to get a job, how to answer the interview questions. There's nothing but segue for public speaking and human interaction. So it's definitely already there, but it's gonna get way worse than what it is now. Yeah, way worse.
Video is a whole other avenue. Like it really assists everything. Yeah, YouTube will teach you so many skills. Like I learned how to write scripts. Like I had a Jumanji cartoon review that I did. I don't know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. That taught me to write a script formatting. I got a program called Celtics. It was free. It might still be free. And it forced me to learn script writing. So now I'm like, oh, I know script writing. On camera presence, script writing, lighting. Like all this other stuff, and all these are jobs. All these are different jobs. So it's like setting yourself up for the future. Like I didn't even know, because now there are. I don't know if you've seen the studies of the children. They ask them, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And it's like, it's 95%. I want to be a YouTuber. Literally, it used to be astronaut, doctor, celebrity. Because now it's a new celebrity. But even celebrity, rock star. Now it's just YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. And the space is open for everybody because YouTube has so many different topics.
It's so many avenues you can go with it. Like, and I think the biggest thing about doing like YouTube and stuff is like it's a form of your personal freedom. Like it's like I had an opportunity and I had a vision for this, and I'm actually doing it. Like I had a vision that I wanted to do this in my house, and I wanted to have it set up a certain way, and it's exactly the way I wanted it to be, and I know this is gonna go a different level when I get other stuff, but like just having a vision of it and actually applying it, that's the most special thing because it's rewarding. Like when I upload, like even just me upload, I'm happy to upload. But like even right now, I got some stuff I gotta upload, but I haven't did it yet. But like for me, just knowing that I got content ready to go, like this like okay, I got a vault right now, like you know what I'm saying? Like it just feels good because like I think for me, I look at a lot of people, like you said, you looking at the greats, like. Study the greats, y'all. For real. Study the greats. Like that's the best advice I can give. Focus on the greats that's in your craft. Like for me, what I'm doing, my greats that are living would be Eric Thomas, John C. Maxwell, people like that are doing it at a large scale so I can see what that looks like and what they're doing. The other day I even looked at it, how frequent people post that are at their level. Like they post like 10 times a day. Like they are on a different level as far as like content out there, but they also have a lot of help too. But as far as you being a content creator and what you want to do, if that is what you want to do or whatever your craft may be, just look at the greats, man. You good at, if you playing basketball right now, look at Jordan takes, look at Kobe takes. Like I think someone talking about Kyrie Irving was watching some tape of Kobe when they were in the playoffs, something like that. Like people consistently are studying other people to be great because somebody has already done this path before, right? So somebody already has done this path for you. You just follow it, and then once you follow it, you gonna push it to another level, to where it goes to the next level for you to follow it, and then once that's established, so how you it's just a cycle. Yeah, it's like this.
Compound.
Everybody adds steps to it. You compound it, like you said. Like once you do that, it's fine. Like he was telling you, like start today. Like even if writing scripts, whatever it is, like content,
like start, do some practice stuff. Remember, you didn't know English. Did you know English at age 2? You didn't know English. So like, oh, I can't learn how to do this and that. Like, you didn't even know how to walk.
Yeah.
And
your mental capacity was so lower than it too.
Yeah. And it's funny how our mental capacity was much lower, but we were able to learn more because of it. It's a weird catch-22. Yeah. And I wish people would like explain to more people, but in an understandable way. Yeah. But yeah, it's and the greats, as you say it, they are here. Like you can find Michael Jordan tapes on YouTube. Yeah. Like you can find
you can find even the people that greats that have deceased on there too. Like they still have Kobe motivational speaking stuff on there.
It's
like
powerful.
Yeah, it's all out there. Like it's so much accessibility, and it like in this era right now that we're in, if you're not a person that's not willing to search for it, that's the only reason you won't have it if you're not searching for it. But it's there. It's there somewhere. It's not hidden.
That's how I like learned Hollywood stuff, because there's a SAG-AFTRA channel for actors. So much content, bro. Free content. Yeah. And by the way, heads up, I'm giving you a heads up. YouTube in the next, I don't know how many years, I don't know how long it's going to take them, but they have announced their intent to put courses on YouTube officially.
Like school?
Like, yes. So courses that are free and that you can pay for.
Oh, man. Like
all this free content, y'all better get on it. Like, it's a lot of free content. And I can see SAG-AFTRA being like, we're going to make some paid courses or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's the new wave now, courses. Like, Masterclass really took a haul on it. That's what everybody was like, oh, Masterclass, okay, I got Samuel Jackson or whatever. Like, those people starting it, it just shows how, like, honestly, for real, people will pay for information.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't have it, they will pay for it. The thing about it is, YouTube got us a little bougie, though. Yeah. It's like, I haven't figured out. Like, it's people that do classes for different business stuff, but people know it in I can just look this up on YouTube. Yeah. You know, and I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to do it because I already can look up YouTube myself.
It's like the institution can't keep up because of how slowly it moves.
ChatGPT.
Man, that's going to be...
I don't want to get shadow banned.
I got to bleep myself out.
I mean, the movie AI with Haley Joel Osment do. I don't mean that way. I don't want to get shadow banned.
It's and I love it because it's like,
please talk about how scary it can be though.
People think that I'm 100%. Oh, let's go. That I just see it as you can't stop the automobile when the horse and buggy. You can't stop you can't keep going with the horse and buggy when the automobile exists. You think I'm going back to horse and buggy after the automobile comes out?
You think I'm worried about papers anymore?
You think I'm trying to do that? You think I'm trying to do that outside of maybe novelty? Something like some novelty?
You think I'm worried about papers?
No. That's why Google is freaked out, man. You notice Google freaked out over They freaked out because after they saw what it could do, they said it was code red. That was the quotations from news. They was like, Google has issued code red to its employees to figure out how to get around this chat.
Like this hypothetical chat. But this hypothetical situation, I do believe it is. I'm glad we segue into this because you are a very intelligent person and know about tech too. I fear for the future of things because it can make people very, very uneducated and lazy too. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if you've seen that movie, the Disney movie, where at the end of the movie everybody was fat and they were all like
WALL-E.
Space. Yes, WALL-E. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. And I was like, that may be true.
It's gonna be a mixture of that.
And it's like, I think the
already is.
Y'all talk about Kanye rollouts.
Bro.
This rollout was crazy.
Bro.
How can you fake a Drake song?
Quick.
How? Quick.
And there are people that are like, and I understand this too. There are people that are like, this isn't gonna do anything. This isn't gonna. When they said the creativity was the last job it would take, and it's the first job in reality. So if it can take that, accounting,
HR,
even
lawyers. What is that? QuickBooks,
dude.
Hey, man.
And you already know Intuit and TurboTax. Like we getting we getting in this right now. You know they're investing into it.
This the scary part about it. I think that the boom of it is what's gonna shake the earth.
Yes.
That just like once it actually full throttle. All right now we just looking and laughing, but when we see the full blown robot, basically, it's really gonna scare the hell out of us.
Last year, because people keep thinking it's gonna be 10 years, 15 years.
It's not,
and they don't understand that because they were like, well, with computers, it took 20 years, and I'm like, with computers, it's barred behind a price.
Yeah.
The AI is free. Yeah. Everybody is constantly working.
Y'all better get back. I'm just saying it like don't ban me, YouTube, man. Come on, man.
They got their AI. YouTube is AI. Machine learning and algorithms. They do AI. They did AI first, and in fact, that's why they're upset because they're like, so I think we had the tools and we didn't use them.
So I just need to know your perspective. I even talking about it. So what does the world look like 10 years from now out there's being full blown?
Man, it's hard. It's difficult to imagine because
all the things that we're seeing. Do you see us even like walking anymore? Like literally going to McDonald's and let me get the double quarter pounder and it just floats out.
Well, it's gonna be just like it is now, but
more assisted.
I've been watching Jim Rohn, so he said there's always a 90-10, and the numbers don't change, the faces do. And I was like, so the same amount of people who were like, I could do this, but I'm just going to chill, they're going to continue to do that. And they're going to expand, probably physically, hopefully mentally. But in 10 years, it's hard for me to gauge because all the stuff we're seeing right now is what I was seeing on anime. And I thought when I was a teenager.
Is this omniscient? Like, what is going on?
I was like, this is going to happen when I'm 45. That's what I was thinking. If this is 50... Yeah, we'll have AI.
Like you look at iRobot. I think they did 2000, and I think they did 2020, something like that. Like we are here now. Bro, like we are here, and it's like
it came faster than I ever thought.
Yeah, and it's so quick, and that's the scary part about it. This, like I said, this rollout. Y'all thought Kanye rollout was something. This rollout is one of the most unprecedented rollouts I've ever seen in my life. And like they literally are. You literally have people that don't know how to use it, using it, and learning how to use it just minimally. Like you can search a Drake song, and you can have Kanye voice on it now. Dude. Like they already practice it, and they're just been playing with it.
Yes,
these are
toys and games.
Yeah, right it's just a Grand Theft Auto game, but that's just a practice piece. Imagine when they learn how to really implement it in a lot of different things, and that's the part that's more so scary. But at the same time, I just think at this point, they don't care about the older generation anymore. It's like older generation, everybody that's 50 and up, they're either gonna catch up or that's it. Because you're gonna keep getting scammed on the phone. That's worse than what you about to get. So now I'm gonna make a fake website and you gonna click pay for your bill.
It's bad.
So it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse what it is. So it's like you already opened up the speaker, but now it's like it's so fast. This thing is really getting me.
The entire human race, this is the first time I think in history, the entire human race is working on technology together. Because I can put it on my phone. There's no technological limitation. I can get on PS3, maybe not PS3, PS4 web browser and go to chat.
Yeah.
And every time people don't understand it, every time you search something, every time you talk to it, like it's a human, it is learning. So they're like, oh, it'll be good in 5 years.
And what they having to make sure he was like, he knowing the moves that you're doing. I forget what that was, but that's what it is.
I'm just like
learning as you go.
And anybody that's like, well, this is it will destroy the fabric of society, but it's not always a bad thing. The Revolutionary War destroyed the fabric of society, so it's good and bad.
I think the chat and AI and the financial decline of America, all three of them at once.
And that's why I'm saying
that's the problem.
You got to learn these tools whether you're like whether you want to or not. I'm sorry. You got to learn these. Y'all got to learn these tools
because it's about digital currency. It's about to be real.
It's like a calculator.
It's about to be a real thing. is about to be so crazy to where
CBDC.
everything is everything is about to they gonna ban this. I already know, but let it ride, man. I don't even care no more. So, but for real, like
I think the slang is too strong.
Yeah, because it's too much.
The caption is not.
Miss Mac, you watching this? Shout out. These your babies, all right?
You best believe.
So I'm telling you, but the thing about it is, I just think that especially here in the South, like I love the South, I love Memphis.
Yeah.
I just think that a lot of people here are worried about the wrong thing.
Yes.
Like you getting hyped because this thing. Oh man, I heard that fake Drake song. No, that's okay. But then we looking at what this stuff can do, man, and pay attention.
Do you know how many new Michael Jackson songs I've heard in the last week?
For real?
They're using Michael Jackson now. It's like, so Drake is still alive. So consider all the musicians in the past that have voices, like old school big band and swing. You might hear an old big band and swing artist on
So you're telling me Michael Jackson and Tupac can be on the same song now?
It's crazy. Because back in the day, I was like, oh, maybe one day I can like impersonate them and like they cut some songs. Well, I ain't got to do that
And now
anymore.
Tupac and Biggie gonna have a song together every night.
Yep. We back from the dead.
Oh my God.
Stop hitting the table.
I told you, stop hitting the table. I wrote this long time ago. A real long time ago. You feel me?
That's real. That's weird.
That was the OG AI.
Yep.
I'm sick of you for the past.
Okay, I will.
Shout out to this kid. Y'all go watch it. Y'all watch the Nashville. Shout out, man.
These tools are important, man. These tools are like, and there's so many, and they're by the day. There are more tools being created because the one thing is a benchmark, and they use that as, for lack of a better word, they use that as a base code that you can splinter off anything with. So like how Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and then there's Ethereum and all these other things off of Bitcoin. That's how the chat thing is right now. So it's like
that's the tree. You're right.
It's scary. Yeah. I love technology, y'all. To a fault almost. Yeah. So I'm excited, but it is scary. It's very terrifying.
And that's the true feeling of it. I just want people to have knowledge of it. And I'm glad we talked about it because that show, like I said, we were talking about everything in family stuff, but
critical thinking. That's one more thing. Critical thinking. Practice that. If you want to be able to discern what is real and what is not, critical thinking is imperative.
Yeah,
it's a lifelong skill that'll help you in the wild or in society, and it's going to help you discern, is this real? Because that has helped me so many times with the fake websites. Like you know that my parents are boomers, so they'll click on this thing and they'll be like, "John, come here. What do you think about this?" And I'll be like, that O in Facebook.com is a 0. So this is a fake phishing web. Like I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if kids now have that, because I grew up with the internet, but they grew up with it's already here. I grew up with the evolution of the internet.
We saw the fake and real. They just see fake and then they think it's real.
Did you see the clip of this is just a random really quick.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip of Ice Spice? On it was like a vertical video, and it was like Ice Spice talks about the person that used her name in a song.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
And it's literally they used the AI for Ice Spice to say, "Yeah, it was weird when he used my name," and it sounded completely natural. But if you look at the video, which this is going away too, if you look at the video, she's not even saying that. But all people saw was heard her voice, and then they were like, "Oh, what is this track that mentions her name?" And that artist got a bunch of plays and follows. So they were like, "Yeah, Ice Spice, she said he was cool, whatever." Ice Spice didn't say nothing. They had the clip down there, and it wasn't even matching her mouth. So if they can do that, if they can fool people like that with it not even matching her mouth, and now we got the deep fakes where you could just make it look like they're saying.
These people basically do promotion without.
Yes.
It is no monetization. Somebody literally could take our podcast voices right now and...
Oh, I'm done. I already told somebody else. They got me. I'm all over. 25-year-old Jay Will, 15-year-old Jay Will, they got me. I'm looking into ways to monetize an AI voice for myself. And I think most of the actors and stuff, especially voiceover people, they're gonna get into that where they're like, here's an AI with my voice. You can use this many words for this price. That's what I'm looking into. Because if you don't get ahead of it, it will get ahead of you.
Yeah, that's in general. Look at ways to monetize your craft or whatever you're doing. Like, even if you are going into the world of film or you're going into your own personal business, look at the way your monetization will look, and also look at what the return and stuff will look like before you like enthrall yourself fully and like quit your job and stuff like that.
I like how practical that is. Say that again? Keep going.
Going into like full into like, I'm gonna quit my job and stuff and just doing my entrepreneurship. Like, before you do all of that, make sure you have everything in a row, because we have a society now. I think somebody posted this like last year. Yeah, I got 9 W-2s, 9, because he quit the many jobs. So like, we have a new era of children and kids that value themselves more than these companies, but at the same time, they're still trying to figure out the way to get the money. Right. You know, in Memphis, how they trying to get the money, cars. But you can't do that. You can't do that T45. You can't keep doing this T45, dog. Right, you can't just be trying to break into these little cars. And when you're 50,
they gonna get you.
Yeah, the goal, and it's just a basic, it's off subject, but the basic goal in life, man, is to grow old. Like, you want to be able to be 30 and being able to talk to one of your high school classmates like you are now and reminisce about the past. You don't want to lose your life at a young age and not be able to say that or do that. Exactly. And it's the most important thing I can say today is that, because it's too much stuff going on in the world for us to be doing it anyway. So do your craft, do your purpose. Your purpose is not stealing. Your purpose is not out here robbing people of what they work for. One of the most unprecedented shows that I watched is The Wire. They never won an Emmy, but it's one quote that he said. Crazy. One famous quote Omar said was that I don't rob the working man. And that's one thing that y'all continue to do out here in Memphis. But at the end of the day, we know everything is hard, man, and stuff is not easy out here. But once you know your craft and your purpose, your life will change. And that's why we're here talking about these things, because I know that there are creatives here. There are people that want to do voiceovers. There are people that want to do podcasts. All these people are here. We're here. You know, so since you know that, and you know we're here, the job now is for you, like, what you gonna do next? You know, so
organized.
Exactly, being organized. And like you said, critical thinking too, that is an imperative piece of life in general. When you have a plan and something doesn't work out for you, what are you going to do next? This should be their next answer. What are you going to do?
What can you control?
Yes, exactly. Because when you having a lifestyle where you're dependent on robbing a car or anything like that, this not going to be of good to you.
Yeah.
You know, I know one thing for sure. I haven't seen him, like, I think like a couple months I've seen him. Before then, it's been like years. But I know that he bears good fruit, which means that the people that he around and the stuff that he's doing is good. You know, he has good energy when he walk into a room. Like, I never seen this man angry. I never seen him angry. I know he gets mad, but I've never seen that side of him. But for me to know him for this long, 13 years, 14 years, and go back, like, for him, going back to when we were teens, and I say I've never seen him angry, that speaks volumes to our relationship, at least, you know? Yeah. So, like, I just think that people need their flowers, man. I'm proud of you. You still doing what you've been doing since you were a young child, man, and that's what I give homage to all day. We like I said, we kids of Miss Mac, and we continue to thrive what we're doing, man. But
and likewise, because you started, and y'all can't see this, but I'm looking past this to a sword.
That makes it sound like a
degree and a certificate of retirement, a well-deserved certificate of retirement, man. Yeah. So you have like. If my parents walked in here, they'd be like, "Oh, John, why? Where's Princeton been? We ain't never been getting here with him. We ain't never been here before."
Yeah, I know, man. But
so you and then now you're doing this, and you're spreading knowledge and good vibes, and this is the type of podcast I would listen to. Yeah. So more practical advice: if you are in these streets, if you're doing this stuff, a good little hack. Think about. What makes you, if you're in these streets and you've been here for a while and you haven't gotten caught, think about what makes you good enough to not get caught. That doesn't mean you need to keep stealing and keep robbing cars and stuff. Yeah. Think about the skill. Does that mean you have some kind of skill that you can use for something legal?
You know how to break the cars? Locksmith.
Yeah. If you know how to lock people really well, you can probably design locks.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
and you've seen that too with cybersecurity people. Like, they used to be hackers.
If you know how to like break the glass in a circle for the car, that means you could be a freaking architect, bro.
Yes.
Literally.
You could be a mechanic.
Yes. And if you already know how to read blueprints and look at them, same thing, bro.
Legit.
So it's like this, but the thing about it is, this all in your name too. You can do all of it yourself. So that's the biggest thing, man. But we gonna not hold y'all long, man. This is definitely the end of episode 3, man. We definitely with John Fox for Foxarocious. Foxarocious, man. So go follow him. Everything will be in the description for y'all, man. I'm glad he came out. I'm glad you all watched, man. Y'all have y'all a good day.
And what was my thing? Oh yeah, stay crimson.
Stay crimson.
Live strong, stay crimson.
Peace out, y'all.